Hello and welcome back to the Drake and Josh podcast. I'm Trevor.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we watched the great Doheny.
Yeah, it was all right. I remember him being irritating when I was younger, and he was indeed irritating.
He was, in fact, irritating, yes.
By I mean Doheny.
Yes.
He's like this magician dude that comes into Drake and Josh's life.
He's
and starts wreaking
Josh's
havoc.
Role model for magic, and his dad's as well.
Yeah. You ever seen a magic show?
Yeah.
Really?
In real life?
Yeah, that's what I meant. In real life.
I think I have. I really feel like I have, but I can't be positive.
I've definitely never been to a magic show. I don't know if I'd want to go. I feel like they're kind of strange, you know?
I remember on America's Got Talent, what was it, last season?
Couldn't tell you.
That it was either last season or the season before that magician guy won. He did close-up magic, and he did a really cool thing with cards or whatever, where like the whole stage like had 9 of hearts on it. Yeah, and that was the card that he had to keep pulling out of nowhere or something like that. I don't know. It was cool.
Damn.
I think he's the first magician to ever win America's Got Talent.
I have no idea. The only person that I know that won that show was Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham won America's Got Talent?
Is that the puppet guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he won America's Got Talent.
I know that little girl with the puppets won the season before that.
He won one of the first ones.
Did he?
For sure, yeah.
And then I remember they did the like All-Stars where they brought back a bunch of winners and people who got really far.
Yeah.
And
what would be the point of going back on?
It was like an all-star tournament. So it was like everyone who's ever won.
Just to see who's the best?
To see who's the best of the best. And I remember in the original series with the puppet girl, there was a stand-up comedian, Preacher.
Yeah.
Who, like, as soon as he was paired with her, whenever they're like, who was eliminated, he was like, I'm gone. The moment they were like, all right, we're going to go between Preacher and what's her face.
Damn.
As soon as they said her name, he was like, well, I'm done. And
that's what he said?
He like made a motion on stage like, oh, well, crap. And he was obviously eliminated because she won the whole thing because she was by far the best one. And then for the All-Star tournament, he was like talking about how he thought he had a good chance. And then someone was like, well, what's her name is in your group? And he was like, really? Oh,
man,
no.
He must have really liked her routine.
I mean, she was good because she could sing while
miming like the puppet.
Ventriloquism.
Yeah.
She could sing better than most people can with their mouths open with her mouth closed.
That's fucking wild.
She was really good.
I don't know how people do that.
I don't either. She either like just basically just was like smiling with her teeth and just was like belting.
That's crazy.
Music. It was
though.
Insane.
Shit.
Sorry, what were we talking about? The Great Doheny.
Yeah.
Magicians.
How does the beginning start?
What is?
All I have, my first line is Daphne.
Josh was talking about his first magic trick, which was he made a bottle disappear when he touched it to his head, and Drake was talking about his first kiss
with Daphne.
And then Josh smashes the bottle over his head on accident.
Yeah, he does.
And passes out or gets knocked unconscious. And Drake just is like, this random girl walks by and he's like, hey, I'm Drake. And she just starts making out with him for some reason.
Yeah, Josh says his classic magic word, Josha Kazam, before he does the trick. So he just screams, Josha Kazam, and then he smashes a bottle over his fucking head.
I forgot about Josha Kazam.
Yeah, that's his go-to.
It's a good one.
Well, you gotta have a word, you know.
Josha Kazam is a terrible word, though.
Trevor Kazam.
No.
I don't know any other words that sound magic other than Kazam, unfortunately.
Abracadabra.
Oh, yeah. Trevor Cadabra.
Trevor Dabra.
What's the one that
Dab.
What's the... You want to say the one that you like from this show, though?
Doheny.
That's the one that...
He just says his name.
That the great Doheny keeps saying over and over again. Trevor loves it.
Doheny.
He wanted to start the F like that, and me and Abby put the kibosh on it.
They vetoed me, but I have...
Quick veto.
It's fair, though.
So it's his fucking annoying old guy.
So... Yeah,
my next line is way in the middle of the episode.
Okay, so Drake and Josh are hanging out at the theater as per usual.
Yeah,
and
the
Drake's
premiere.
Drake's talking
also,
about...
was there a new sign at the premiere? I noticed I had never seen it before at the very least. It was in big letters and it said premiere, and there were like the the signs that had like the big light bulbs to light up the sign. It was one of those.
Really, I never noticed it.
Premiere. I hadn't noticed it until this episode, so it may be new to the set.
Could be new.
It was
Helen's upgrading the theater.
Yeah, it was like in the background of like the seating area where like those other food area things are. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it.
I only saw it in the like very first shot when they were like zooming into the characters.
Huh.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't remember.
But anyway, what were you saying?
So Drake and Josh are hanging out, and Drake is distracting some of the other Premiere employees.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. By talking about when his wrist got broken, and then he does like this wrist flapping thing where it's making a click noise.
It's making so much noise.
It's making
It's kind of gross.
a worrying amount of noise, if I'm honest. Yeah. And then Josh sees the great Doheny and freaks out.
First he goes over to them, and then even though they're all the same rank, I assume, because those people Drake was talking to were working at the premiere.
Yeah, but Josh has also
Josh like
been
sues
there.
him away.
Josh has been there forever.
But he's not wearing that gold vest, homie.
It doesn't matter. Like, even at my job, when I first started, and even to this day, I still, like, default to, like, the guys who have been there longer than me, even though technically we're all the same rank.
What, you're bossing people around, Trevor?
No. I'm saying I ask other people who were, like... Seniority does have an effect on... Like, if those guys are new, and Josh saying, get back to work, that's like, ooh, he's been here a while. We should probably do what he says.
Damn.
It's a thing.
I feel you, yeah.
It happens.
For sure. Yeah, so then Josh spots Mr. Doheny.
And freaks out.
Yeah. And then he just, like, tells Drake who he is, right? He's like, he had meant... What was the other magician's name? Because the other magician that they mention in this part of it is the one that they mention all the time. The guy who flips the goat inside out. I don't fucking
Was that not
remember.
Doheny?
No, it was a different guy. Because they said this guy was his mentor. Or his mentor. But I don't remember what the guy's name is. Oh, Blaine Darby.
Yes.
Blaine Darby. So
yes.
Doheny is Blaine Darby's mentor.
Okay,
so I guess Blaine Darby's newer.
Right.
But that's the intro for him. So he's old school as fuck.
But this guy is legitimately magic.
Yes, he does some shit that's straight magic.
He does some like physically impossible.
Yeah, stuff to where I question the existence
of magic
of anyone in this show.
Yeah.
This is some sort of like Fairly Odd Parents shit.
Is this set in the same universe as Wizards of Waverly Place despite being on different channels?
I haven't seen Wizards of Waverly Place.
You didn't?
No, because I wasn't a Disney Channel boy.
I was for a while.
Disgusting.
Wizards was pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
No, I didn't watch it.
Okay.
I don't really know what it's about. What is it about? Quick synopsis.
3 kids training to be wizards. Only one of them gets to be the family wizard, and their dad is teaching them despite not being the family wizard, because you find out later he gave up his wizardly powers to be able to marry their mom, and gave them to his brother, who's a fuck up.
Is the mom a wizard?
No. Mom's a normal person. They all run a sandwich shop in New York.
This takes place in New York?
This takes place in New York.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, and they're all just training to be like, all 3 of them have their wizard powers.
Yeah.
Because they all get them when they're growing up. But then once the oldest one, I guess, reaches a certain age, because they're all very drastic age differences, and yet they all take the test at the same time.
Huh.
Which, like...
That's kind of bullshit.
Fuck you for the young kid. Like, he doesn't get near as much time to practice. I mean, he's an idiot anyway, so he was never going to get it.
Maybe this will be our next show. We'll do a podcast on Wizards of Waverly Place.
I feel like more people want us to do iCarly than Wizards of Waverly Place.
I hear that shit too much.
We're
not doing iCarly.
We're not doing iCarly,
Not doing iCarly, damn it.
Maybe years and years from now, but there's no plans to do iCarly.
Even whenever I bring it up to people like outside, like when I'm like, yeah, I do a podcast on Drake and Josh, they're like, oh, you can do iCarly next? I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah,
no,
I get the same
I'm not going to do iCarly next, god damn it.
We're not doing it.
Fuck, Drake and Josh is his own perfect little time capsule.
They're not in the same universe. Well, I mean, they're kind of in the same universe, but
the
technically,
classic theory.
And they are in either one of 2 senses. Either Megan was kidnapped and brainwashed by Spencer, who is Crazy Steve, or Drake and Josh is just a TV show in the iCarly universe.
Yeah.
So
anything is possible.
Either way, we're not doing iCarly.
No. Maybe Zoe 101.
I wouldn't be opposed to Zoe 101.
I wouldn't be pissed. They're bringing it back.
Are they really?
Yeah, have you not seen like things about it?
No, I remember they did.
I saw like a cast photo recently, and they're like it's coming back.
I remember they did that thing where like the time capsule.
Yeah, no, this is more recently. This is
opened
very recently.
Like that was what, a year ago. The time
that was longer than that, longer than a year ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like I watched it when I was still in college.
Could have been, but like yeah, they opened the time capsule and like she saw the video finally or something. I don't know.
She wasn't in it. Chase saw it. Chase saw something.
What she said, yes, that she did like him. Which, fuck that
Can't
show,
believe it.
man.
Yeah,
Fuck that show.
No, but I saw a recent thing. Although Jamie Lynn Spears was not in the photo.
Well,
So what does that mean? Zoe's got to be in it. She can't not be in it. But everybody else was in this photo.
Zoe 101 minus Zoe.
It was like literally everybody from the show.
Except her.
She wasn't in the photo though, but she's the main.
Has she done anything else since then?
She's been chilling, man.
With her kid and stuff. Yeah, I
I
guess.
don't know. Yeah, she's just been living her life. You know?
Whatever, I guess, right? But
The Spears family has finally found peace. No?
I hope so.
I hope so too. I think everybody hopes so.
Everyone deserves a little peace in their lives.
A little bit of peace.
Anyway.
Sorry, I was taking a sip of this spiked sparkling seltzer, cranberry lime flavored.
How is it?
It's good.
Smirnoff.
Yeah, I like these little sparkle boys.
I'm
They're
drinking
solid.
I'm drinking Michelob Ultra Infusions, lime and prickly pear cactus.
Classic, left over from last time. Both these drinks are.
Pretty good though. I like this prickly pear cactus.
Yeah, no,
stuff.
it was good. I had one of them today. So far, I've had one of those, a Dos Equis. I'm having this sparkling seltzer right now. I already had one that was the lemonade flavor.
Yeah.
I had a margarita. I had some whiskey, and I had a shot of what was that?
You had a half shot of pineapple vodka.
Pineapple vodka.
We were just trying like a little sample. So I took the other little bit of that vodka.
Yours was not even a half shot.
No, but I poured that into I guess
The King Cup.
KFC or Chick-fil-A or whatever has like some lightning Mountain Dew.
Definitely wasn't Chick-fil-A, huh?
Sorry. KFC or Taco Bell. One of the two because it was a combo.
It was one of those split restaurants.
The drive-thru served both.
Yep. They didn't have the Cheeto sandwich, or we would have got it.
Yeah, I was getting it.
Just to try it.
No, I ended up getting a Gordita Crunch Supreme.
Also,
No,
they
wait,
said
a
the
Crunchwrap Supreme.
Also, they said the intercom was broken at the drive-thru,
But they said it through the intercom.
They said through the intercom, "Hey, this is broken." And then we said, "Oh, should we go up front?" And they were like, "Yeah." So they fucking heard it. The exchange happened. But like, what? Whatever. It was weird.
And I was like, the only reason they said it because we read the note, and I was like, well, can we stop and look at the menu real quick because I wasn't sure what I wanted.
Yeah.
If they didn't have the thing.
And they like screamed at us. They were like, "Pull up."
Pull forward. We're like, okay, sorry.
Can't look at that menu.
But I put that vodka stuff. I had some of the whiskey straight, and I just couldn't finish it. I'm a pussy, I guess. I like straight whiskey, but that whiskey I just can't do.
You can't handle it. You can't handle the 53%.
Even though I did whatever. And then
It's
I
good
put
stuff.
rum and tequila and something else in that Mountain Dew. And drank most of that.
It was rum, tequila, whiskey, and vodka.
Rum, tequila, whiskey, vodka.
Those were the four that was in there.
Yeah, those are the four. And that was all right. And then I had the margarita as well. And I've had like 3 of these Michelobs.
And a Dos Equis.
And then a Dos Equis.
Not bad.
I'm feeling pretty all right.
And it is, what time is it?
9:40, and you want to go to bed for some reason.
Yeah, dude, it's getting late.
It's only 9:40. Anyways, where were we?
Doheny.
They just met Doheny, and Josh was like, "Oh my God, Doheny, you're awesome. I like you a lot." And Doheny's like, "Oh, cool," and Josh just starts rambling and passes out.
Yeah. Yeah, because he can't handle being in Doheny's presence.
He cannot. So then when he comes to, he's like, "Can I show you a trick?" And he like obviously puts a quarter in his pocket or something.
Yeah, it was very clear that he put it in his pocket.
And he goes to pull it out from behind Doheny's ear, and there's blood all over his hands when he pulls it back.
And Josh is like, oh, what did I do wrong?
And she's like, you didn't. I counter tricked you, and then just squirts him with like fake blood, like all over his face.
Yeah, he's like putting it in his mouth and stuff like that. Oh yeah, there's a ton of fucking like scenes in this episode that are in the credit sequence.
Yes.
The blood one is one of them.
The blood one is one of them, and then there's a couple more we'll get to in a bit, I guess. But yeah, so he squirts blood all in his face. So
one of them was also the one we already saw of Drake doing the hand.
The hand thing, yeah. After Josh passes out, he says to Doheny, "Have you seen someone do this?" And just does the wrist thing.
And that's the shot. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then he's like, "Well, Mr. Doheny, here's all my information, like I guess my phone number, my address,
basically
and a bunch
like
of shit.
If you ever want to freaking hang out,
here it is." And he's like, "Well, thank you." And then
because he said he's in town to cut the ribbon at some burger joint. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, some burger joint is opening up on some pier or something like that.
So then it cuts back to them at their.
That's kind of good.
So then it cuts back to them at the house, and they're watching TV. And the doorbell rings, and then Megan just turns and looks at Josh and says, "You'll get it."
And he just gets up and gets it.
Can you fucking imagine that? Just, "You'll get it." What are you talking about? No, I won't.
Abby's got to try that on you sometime. That'd be hilarious.
That's ridiculous. Such a mean thing to say to someone.
It really is, but also Megan's mean. So
Josh gets up and answers the door.
And it's Doheny.
Doheny.
Yeah, he's there, and he's like, "Josh, I'm here because I'm wondering about lunch." And it's like, "Oh, cool, they'll go get lunch together."
Yeah.
"Can you make me a sandwich?"
Yeah.
"With crinkle cut fries."
Yeah, so he makes it so fast. I don't know where Josh got these crinkle cut fries from, but if you're heating them up in the oven, it's going to take a while because like you're going to have to preheat that bitch, and then they're going to be in there for like probably like 15 minutes.
He could have microwaved them and then threw them in like a toaster oven.
That's horrible. And I feel like it still would take a while.
So he gets Megan to come over and keep Mr. Doheny entertained.
Yeah.
And she's like, "So you were a magician or something?" He's like, "Well, why don't you look in that decorative wastebasket and tell me?"
So she takes out a couple papers, and then she reaches in. It's a goddamn fluff bunny.
Like, there's no way he could have put that rabbit in there.
A fat-ass fluff bunny.
He never came even close. There's no way he could even chuck to that bunny.
He's pure magic.
He is just a magician. He's just straight up a wizard.
And then that is also one of the shots. That's Megan's shot. Miranda Cosgrove. Cosgrove. That is sorry, I can't say her last name. That
you're drunk enough that you're starting to become me, which was not able to pronounce name.
That's her credit sequence from the intro. Mm-hmm. Her with a bunny,
a little fluff bunny.
Cute fluff bunny with
licks her nose.
Yeah.
As well. He's like, "If you hold him close, he'll lick your nose."
It was a cute bunny.
And then he's like, "You can," and she's like, "Can I keep him?" And he's like, "Please."
Yeah.
Like, fucking what?
She's got a bunny now.
You just give away that.
She does like animals. Remember the episode where she had the yeah.
And then what was it? The llama or no zebra?
Zebra.
The zebra after that.
But she also had Didn't she have a snake before too? Oh yeah, because she put it in Drake's backpack.
Yeah, I don't think that was a pet though, was it?
No.
Has that even happened yet?
What do you mean? That was in the first season.
Was it?
Yeah. Remember? Because it was in the one where Abby was in it, actually. It was the one where Josh was trying to win over that redheaded girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Throwback, guys. I don't know if you listened to that episode. Go back to episode 5?
Just put that in later.
It was one of those episodes, 4 or 5. I think.
Yeah, it was.
Because it wasn't 1, 2, or 3. It was either 4 or 5, I think.
It could have been. I mean, that must have been before we started, like, that must have been before the 9-month hiatus. Because I don't really remember it that well.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it must have been before the
could have been anything.
Could have been any time. Could have been last week.
So Doheny, instead of eating, he just says Doheny, and like the smoke goes everywhere, and the plate is gone, or now the plate's still there, but the food's all gone off the plate.
There's like a couple of like bits left,
and he's
on
like
there.
full. He acts like he's
to
full
himself, and he had to.
What a bitch! Fuck this guy. He's too magic.
He's magic.
He's too magic, though.
He's way too magic. That's ridiculous.
Fuck this Doheny guy.
Because there's no way you can pre-prep for that.
Yeah, you can't pre-prep for any of this stuff, honestly.
It's like they could have gotten like an actual magician.
Yeah.
To do some really cool tricks that like are hard to explain, but instead they decided to fake it with like impossible tricks.
It could just be really hard to explain tricks, dude.
Eating the sandwich and making that one girl disappear are like impossible.
Was that the next scene? Or was...
No, I think that was...
No, when he pops out of the closet?
Yeah, he pops out of the closet.
That's the next scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to bed.
Yes. Drake is in his pajamas. Josh is still in his like regular clothes.
Yeah, he's about to change.
And he's like he opens up his closet.
Oh, he's looking at a centerfold display of
He's
Oprah.
masturbating to Oprah.
Well, he was about to. And he's like, dude, she went freaking sleeveless.
Josh and Drake's like, good for her.
No, he's
what a
like,
hero.
Yeah, he's like, oh, what a hero. That's a good line.
This is a great line. And then Josh goes to open up his closet and out pops Doheny.
Yeah. Scares the shit out of Josh. He flips over his bed and falls on the ground.
He does that classic like straight body rotation on
Yeah.
the bed, which is very nice.
And Drake's just like, I'm calling the cops.
And he's like, so there's this smooth jazz club.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to go?
They have onion rings. And he like starts patting his belly.
Which just sounds like
Yeah.
a weird situation.
And then Walter pops his ass in.
And it's like, hey,
Yeah,
you're Doheny.
He's got one of those like full pajama suits, like silken.
Like all he's
button-up.
missing to be Ebenezer Scrooge is the hat,
is
pretty much.
the nightcap. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never owned one of those pajama suits. Have you?
No, I bet they're nice though. I don't
think
sleep
so?
with a shirt on.
I don't either.
Like I find it very like because we have a new puppy at
Yeah.
the house. Big news! I got a new puppy.
Trevor got a puppy.
And one of the things they say to do is to like give the puppy an article of clothing in the kennel to make them like that you've worn a bunch to make them like feel more comfortable. So my mom's like, "Hey, sleep in a shirt a couple of nights so we can give it to the puppy."
Sweat in it. Sleep on it on the couch.
Because like
So it
you
gets
can't
nice
get
and
it
sweaty.
like bo sweaty like working outside. So
Why
it's
not?
Like,
Don't they love that?
No, they want you. You want your like your just smell, your just overall body smell. So I couldn't do it. I tried to sleep one night with that shirt on, and I just could not do it.
Why can't you? Why couldn't you just like use the one that you just wear a day?
I just started doing that. Like whenever I was just sitting in my room,
Yeah.
like on the computer or whatever, or doing chores around inside the house, not outside.
Yeah.
Or if I went outside and it wasn't too sweaty, I tried to do that, but I ended up mowing in it, and then it got like full of like grass clippings and stuff. And I
Gross
was like,
shit, yeah.
That's not me. So I just threw it in the wash.
Yeah.
And the dog's fine. Never got a shirt. She's okay. So whatever.
Maybe I'll get one of those pajama sets. I'll start becoming a pajama boy.
You should.
Thoughts? She doesn't want it.
Abby's
Abby
against
hates
it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do it anyway. It'd probably be too freaking
I
hot.
can't wear a shirt when I sleep. It's just so constricting. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is.
I used to wear them too.
Me too.
I remember because I like rotate a lot when I sleep.
Me too.
I roll. So I used to get like tangled up and shit, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, no, I don't know when I stopped. I think because my room at my house is growing up was the hottest in the summer and the coldest in the winter.
That's what mine used to be because mine was at the front of the house.
Part of my room like jets off from the side of the house. So it just like a lot more of the surface area was exposed to the outdoors. So it was hot or cold all the time. So in the summer, one summer, I was just like, I can't do this. I am too hot. I only have a sheet on and I'm still sweating.
Yeah.
Took the shirt off, and then from then on, I couldn't do it anymore.
That sounds like hell, though. Only a sheet and you're still sweating?
That's
freaking hell on earth.
I'm used to it now, so it's a lot easier for me to sleep in uncomfortable temperatures, but
Damn.
it makes it, you know what? It's nice for whenever like I have to sleep somewhere uncomfortable.
Like that time we went camping and you slept on the root.
I did sleep on that route, and I was fine.
Well, were you really, though?
I mean, I
Did
sucked.
you even sleep?
Yeah,
What, for like a half hour?
I slept for a while.
Jesse woke us up like 2 hours after that.
Bless you. She did wake us up, but I mean,
That was a very short sleep.
We need to definitely do air mattresses next time.
Oh yeah, for sure. More tents too.
Yeah, more tents would not be the worst thing in the world. Nobody brought tents. Only I did and Nathan.
Oh, was one of them Nathan's?
I think the one we slept in was Nathan's, and then
the huge one.
Claire and Alex had their own.
So anyway, what's the next part of this?
So after the jazz thing, Walter comes in and he's like, "Oh my God, you're Doheny," and he's like, "I am." And he's like, "I was inviting your boys to go to a smooth jazz club." Or no, Drake.
No, he says, "What are you doing here?"
Drake's like, he wants us to come to some jazz club, and he's like, "The one with the onion ring?"
Yeah.
The same. And so Walter ends up going with Josh, and Drake's like, "I'm glad your guys are leaving."
Yeah.
So the next day, we're at the premiere again, and Drake is on a date with a girl who looked really familiar.
Really?
She looked super familiar. Yeah. Like,
I didn't really recognize her, but
really familiar.
she was doing this thing where she was trying to see if she could fit a fist in her mouth.
Exactly.
Oh, did you find her? What is she in?
No, I don't think that's her.
Oh,
Is that her?
I have literally no idea.
Nah, that's not her.
That could be anyone.
Yeah. But yeah, she was like trying to put a fist in her mouth, and then Doheny walks out and was like, "Do you want to see a better trick than that?"
Yeah, and he's like, "No."
And the girl's like, "Yeah, totally," because she was like,
she didn't know.
"Where's
She didn't know the
Rome?"
hell.
And he's like, "Romania," and she's like, "Okay." Like, no.
She didn't know the hell that is Doheny.
No. So Doheny takes a toga off of some random guy.
Yeah, because there's like toga dudes walking around.
For some reason.
It was really bizarre.
That was very odd.
And when he ripped it off the guy, he was super scared and sad, and he ran away.
Yeah, he was in a bathing suit, it looked like.
I thought they were like weird basketball shorts. There was some sort of
Could have been
weird
basketball
short.
Yeah. He runs out instead of like, I don't know, like a normal person going, "Hey, give me back my fucking toga."
Yeah, give me back my sheet, bro.
I gotta sleep on that tonight.
So he makes the date disappear.
Straight up. Just like throws the sheet over her and she's just gone.
Yeah.
And Drake freaks out. He's like, "Josh, you gotta get rid of this guy. He made my date disappear."
Yeah.
And Josh is getting annoyed.
It sounded
with him
like
too.
you said dick disappear. I was like, wait, what?
He made his boner disappear at least.
Yeah, sad. So then Josh is like, "Yeah, man, he's getting on my nerves too." So he goes and talks to Doheny. And he's trying to level with him. And then basically Doheny's like, "Yeah, I know that no one really wants me anymore." And he gets real sad. And then Josh sympathizes with him.
That's her.
Yeah. What?
That's her.
Yeah?
It's the girl from Glee.
Well, I have not seen Glee.
My mom and sister used to watch it all the time. She's one of the cheerleader girls from Glee.
Oh. Man, she could not be less of a person I recognize.
Okay, then. Yeah, there she is. And
Yeah, you could circle her, but I don't know who she is. Haven't seen Glee.
That's her in Glee, I believe.
Yo, shout out to all the podcast fans that haven't seen Glee.
I
Because fuck that.
envy you if you haven't, because it was bad. Glee was bad, and I hate myself for having seen any of it.
Look at that guy with the strange shirt on in the wheelchair. What's his deal?
I don't know. He was part of the Glee club.
Look at that guy sitting in a backwards chair. And is that guy dressed like a pilot?
I think he came out as...
He's got wings.
He and her, I think, were dating, and then he came out as gay, and then these two were her cheerleader friends,
like,
and they also came out as gay.
That girl looks like she's like 25, and that guy's like 23 and some sort of pilot.
I think they kept it going after they graduated high school and went to college.
And they're just still in Glee class in high school?
No, I think some of them went back. Oh,
What
wow,
exactly is a Glee class?
Singing, I think.
That doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't it just be chorus?
You would think, and I think it is.
Is that Robert De Niro?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she was in The Family. That Robert De Niro, like, he was a mobster, and then, what's it called when they snitch?
Informant?
Turned informant, I guess. And so him and his family go into witness protection. And they go to, like, Norway or some shit.
Never heard of that.
And
Not the country, but the
he
movie.
starts his own mini cartel or mini, like, mafia in the high school. She is fucking insane. And then he still kills people, and the mom is friends with the witness protection people that are helping them.
Never heard of it.
When they show up at their new house at the beginning of the movie, Robert De Niro has a body in the back of the car and immediately is burying it. And he calls his parole or witness protection guy, and he's like, "You're doing good?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine," as he's filling in the hole. So,
Is this your movie recommendation for the episode?
it was not a bad movie. I'm not going to lie. The girl from Glee almost kills herself in it, though, which was kind of sad.
That's a spoiler.
A little bit. Whatever. Nobody's going to watch it.
So
It wasn't that good.
I'm definitely not going to watch it.
It was a fun watch in 2011. What was it, 2012? 2013. It was okay. I think I watched it on Netflix or something.
Yeah, so Doheny stays at their house.
Yes. So Josh goes over to tell Doheny to fuck off. And then Doheny's like, "I'm pretty much homeless. This is my only pair of pants. No one's paid me to do anything in 10 years. Which, like, geez, dude. All right.
A long time.
Yeah, so he offers, for some reason, Doheny a place to stay for, like, months.
So he goes back. Yeah, he goes back over to Drake, and Drake's like, "You get rid of him?" And he's like, "Actually, he's staying at our house for a couple of months."
And then they find Glee Girl trapped in the popcorn underneath the counter.
Yeah, and like one of those weird displays that's like, you definitely wouldn't eat that popcorn, but it's just like there for fun.
I'm pretty sure it's all fake in most of those displays.
I don't know. At our movie theater, they have popcorn that's like blue and red for Spider-Man.
Really? How was it? Did you get it?
No, it's just. I don't think it's real. I think it's just in the display thing.
Was that for Homecoming or for Far From Home?
I think so. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't seen the first one.
Both of them are good. Far From Home was really cool. Jake Gyllenhaal was pretty good as Mysterio.
Yeah, I want to see him, but just haven't gotten around to it yet. He seems like a cool Spider-Man, though.
He is the best Spider-Man.
Not better than Tobey.
Tobey was a fantastic Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield was a really good Spider-Man. Tom Holland is the best of both.
Interesting. That's dope. That's right on, brother. I agree with that.
That's what most people say, honestly.
Okay.
And I fully agree with that because
I feel like Andrew Garfield is probably the worst one.
Andrew Garfield is an absolutely terrible Peter Parker because he's too cool.
Yeah.
But he like actually makes quips and is like jokey as Spider-Man, which is what
So is
No, he's not.
The new guy?
Oh no, Tom Holland is.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, no, he's not great.
Tobey Maguire was a
he's
lame
not great
Spider-Man.
at that. Yeah, he's kind of like a loser, isn't he?
Yeah, he did not make jokes. And the few jokes he did make were bad and landed very flat.
Yeah, but what about in Spider-Man 3 when he wears all black and he's doing like the dances?
It's fucking awful.
That's hilarious.
Fucking Venom.
It's the funniest thing.
Ugh. Hopefully they tie in
Did you
Venom.
see the actual Venom movie?
The new one?
Yeah, the one with
yeah, it was
Tom
good.
Hardy. You liked it?
Yeah, it was really enjoyable.
Huh.
Towards the end, it had the Transformer problem with like a big CGI fight where you have no fucking idea what's going on.
Damn.
Like, you know what I'm talking about in Transformers?
Yeah, like when everything's just going
It's
all
just a
crazy.
big mash of metal on screen, and you're like, I don't know what's happening. Yeah,
Very
it was that,
impressive,
except
though.
instead of metal, it was goo.
Oh.
Just a big mash of different colored goo, and you're like, I don't fucking know what's happening.
probably
I think someone's winning.
Probably looked cool though.
It looked all right. The Venom looked really good for most all of the movie, except for some of those end fight scenes.
So then when they're they cut back to the house and they're trying to fall asleep. They're getting ready to go to bed. And they talk about how Doheny is going to be sleeping in their bedroom because he can't sleep in the guest room because Walter doesn't want to move his trains.
Which is, fuck off, Walter.
That's
in your
hilarious,
trains.
though.
Like, if you're gonna have a guest room, I assume there's a bed in the guest room.
For sure. The train's probably on the bed.
Don't do that.
Where else is he going to put it?
You can have a table in the corner and just be like, hey, don't fuck with the trains.
Don't fuck with my trains.
But sleep in the bed. That's fine.
You a train boy?
No, not really.
Yeah, me neither.
No. We had like a little train that would go around the Christmas tree when I was a kid. And I found like still in the plastic, like fancy train set when we were cleaning out our grandparents' place. I don't know why it was there. I don't know if like they got it for like me or my dad and just never gave it to us. Or what? But I think it was my grandparents. Whatever. Yeah. So I have those, but I've never really been a train. They're cool. I like trains. I like trains.
Yeah, trains are all right. Been on a couple of them.
The old steam engines are really dope. They're just cool, especially like Back to the Future and stuff.
Back to the Future 3, the best one.
Nah, but it's a good one. I actually enjoyed Back to the Future 3. It was
all
fun.
right.
It was just a fun movie.
It was all right.
Yeah.
So he has sleep apnea.
Yeah. So he has one of the masks to like make him not snore.
Like a bastard.
And he turned that motherfucker on, and it was just a leaf blower.
So loud.
It was straight up. They put a leaf blower noise over it. They couldn't even get like a real sleep apnea machine and like just boost the audio to make it ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was a fucking leaf blower.
So Drake keeps trying to kill him
with a baseball bat.
And Josh keeps holding him back.
And it's like, hey, what if, crazy idea, we throw a magic show?
Yeah.
And like he becomes uber famous and then doesn't want to hang out with us.
Yeah.
Like, all right. So they turn off the sleep apnea mask because he's asleep already and he just fucking snores.
Snores like crazy.
Like a motherfucker. Which just try and sleep with the apnea machine.
The apnea machine's better than the snoring for sure.
Like you said.
White noise.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to them in the morning eating a little bit of breck. Omelets.
And Doheny is just screaming, no, no, no. Like, what, you won't do the show? And he's like, no, don't put ketchup on an omelet. Fuck you.
Yeah, you can't tell a man how to eat
like,
an omelet.
I don't really, like, if there's hash browns, I may put a little ketchup on the side and maybe dip a couple bites of omelet in the ketchup, but yeah. I don't really put ketchup on an omelet. I'll put salsa in an omelet. That's delicious.
I usually put hot sauce in my omelets.
That's good.
I mean, like, I'll do ketchup too, but I probably prefer.
That's very much a thing, especially in Japan.
Hot sauce.
The Japanese omelets, they love to do like designs in ketchup on the Japanese omelets.
That's cool. I mean, ketchup's good with anything.
There's like straight up stamps, like ketchup stamps to like put designs on omelets. They're cool.
That is pretty cool.
So then he's like, I don't know. And they're like, well, come on, we'll organize the whole thing. He's like, fuck it. Why not? There's nothing I can lose.
Yeah. And then they leave to go to yeah, and Drake takes his omelet because he wasn't able to finish it and drops it into his backpack, ketchup and all. Ugh. Just drops it fucking in there, man.
It was so messed up.
It was gross.
He doesn't have books in there, obviously.
No, there's nothing else in there. It's empty.
Probably has it lined in plastic specifically for omelets.
That'd be funny.
That'd be amazing.
And then Megan comes into the room while he's in there still eating breakfast.
Doheny.
Yeah, and she's like, man, I got this great trick for you. And at first he's like playing it off. He's like, oh yeah, sure.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah. And she's like, this trick's gonna fucking change the world, bitch.
No one's ever done it. And he's like, intrigued. Okay. And he pulls out a pen and paper and is like, Doheny. And she's like, don't do that.
Yeah. Doesn't take the advice.
No, he does actually. He's just like, okay.
No, I mean later on.
Yeah. Why did he say fair? And
yeah.
Like he nodded his head like, yeah, I probably shouldn't, but still, whatever.
So it cuts to them at the talent show, and they're wearing crazy little like unitards, purple and red.
And pink.
Purple and red.
There was definitely pink.
You're colorblind, Trevor.
I am, but I'm pretty sure there was pink. Come on now.
So then, you're gonna do the classic thing.
No,
where you go
I'm
look
not. I'm
up.
just seeing if there was a photo, but there wasn't, so I'm not gonna look for it.
But then they
don't give me this.
Yeah, so they go on stage, they do like a little dance as the music comes on. They're like performing for the crowd. Drake doesn't want to be there.
No. And Josh is like, swords.
Yeah.
And Drake's like,
he like wobbles it.
The classic shink sound.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Doheny gets in a box. I skipped over that. My bad.
They stab through the fucking box.
You can see the slots when they take the top off of the box.
I didn't see him.
I did.
But I believe you.
I saw them.
So they stab through it. Walter's fucking bald, by the way. We forgot to mention
He's wearing a cowboy hat and a duster.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that.
Motherfucking. Oh, yeah.
He turned him bald.
We forgot a couple of things, actually, during the bedtime scene. Doheny throws a sheet over the dad and is like, shiny head. And he's got a bald head.
Yeah, he balded
him. Josh asks for his slippers from Drake. And Drake just fucking chucks them at Josh's chest. And he makes no attempt to catch them.
Yeah, he doesn't even try.
He looks upset about it, but while looking upset, he makes no attempts to actually catch.
It was funny though.
He asked him to
toss
toss
hitting him like that. Yeah. But yeah, back to the show. They
Walter's in a cowboy hat. They're watching the show.
They fucking kill him.
Yeah, they do. They are like stabbing these things in, and Josh points and goes, Doheny, and the smoke puffs and nothing happens.
Yeah, he doesn't come out. And then they're like, "Are you freaking pointing in the right spot, bitch?"
He's like, yeah, and they're like, what's happening? And so they take the box off, and well, they pull the swords out, take the box lid off.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh
Drake's
shit!"
like, Doheny?
And they're like, "Is anyone a doctor?" And this lady stands up. She said she's a doctor. She goes,
I'm a
over
doctor.
there, and she's just like, "He's dead."
She was a plant.
Yeah. So then it cuts to them at the funeral. Rip.
They're in
Big
the
rip.
front row for some reason.
Well, family.
They're not family.
They're family. He doesn't have family, dude. Yeah. And the priest is basically talking about how Drake and Josh killed him.
Yeah.
Um,
Straight up killed him, and then all of a sudden, Doheny.
yeah, he reappears.
He's back from the dead.
And the doctor's at the funeral, and she's like, "Impossible. He had no pulse."
Also, he probably would have gone through an autopsy.
And there's like paparazzi there. They're taking pics.
So he's like, I'm back from the dead, bitches.
Yeah,
And people are going crazy, and Drake and Josh are like, why didn't you tell us? And he's like, your reaction sold the bit.
They're like, "That was part of it, man."
They're like, yeah, fair.
And then he turns their pants transparent.
After helping him and
Yeah.
putting them through hell, they're like, wow, this is better than your transparent
Another
trousers.
shot.
Yeah. Turns their trousers transparent.
Yeah, it's another
Then they back out with the
opening
chair
credit
and stuff.
sequence.
Which, what a dick. He literally made them think he was dead, and they threw this whole magic show for him.
Yeah,
And then he embarrasses them in public.
he's got it, dude.
And then on top of that,
Fuck those guys.
we cut to, I guess, however much time later.
Yeah, a couple weeks. maybe.
Doheny shows up with some girls on his arms
Yeah, 2 club chicks
at their house. Megan, there's a knock at the door, and Megan's like, you'll get it.
He
again.
does it again.
And he's like, why would I? And she's like, go.
Yeah.
And he shakes up a soda when he's going to sit down.
Yeah, and Doheny comes in, and he gives Megan a $50,000 check. $50K.
For helping him get his career back on track. And then Drake and Josh, who took him in, fed him, and
Helped him perform.
helped and put on the performance, and were his lovely assistants,
Yeah.
get fucking yo-yos.
All they got was yo-yos, which is pretty bullshit. Why didn't you just split the $50K with the 3 of
Yeah,
them?
honestly, it's just
a lot
like,
of
here's
money.
$50K for the 3 of you, split it evenly. And it's like, all right, fair. I would have been totally fine with that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But no, they get fucking yo-yos.
Yeah.
And then Doheny just is like, all right, bye.
Yeah, because he's going to perform in Las Vegas for 5 years.
5 years, $4 million.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good pay.
It was dope. That's a good gig.
Yeah. So Walter comes out and is like, hey,
Oh, yeah, he wants his hair back.
can I have my hair back? And he's like, yeah, sure. Tells him to close his eyes and then just fucks off.
Yeah, he just leaves. Then
So-
the after credit sequence is just Walter running after him, essentially.
Like, where'd he go? And they're like, Vegas. And he's like, what about my hair?
And that's it. It was a real short one.
Yeah, it was not very funny either.
No. And Walter looks insane with a bald cap. It's such a bad
It
bald
was
cap.
a really bad bald cap. It was very obvious. It was wrinkled at some parts.
Yeah, it was. But that's pretty much the episode. It was all right. I thought it was pretty good.
okay.
It was funny at parts.
Doheny was kind of annoying.
Yeah. Drake and Josh were funny though.
They were pretty funny. Straight up magic.
Yes.
Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it at times.
Straight magic.
Straight magic. Obviously the death thing at the end was not straight magic. That could have probably been pretty easily faked, but
Could have been, yeah. The pulse check and then the autopsy would be hard to fake. Because they're going to pump him full of crazy chemicals for autopsies, and they're going to take his organs
and
out.
embalming and
all that
stuff.
shit.
So unless he's obviously had it set up where it's like, nah, I'm not actually gonna be dead, but here's the funeral.
Yeah.
So whatever. But
So who do you want to shout out for this episode?
I want to shout out that one girl.
We got to shout out Doheny too, right?
Oh, for sure. Dan Aragon.
Nice.
Argon. Pronounce that wrong.
Wait, who are you reading?
Deanna Argon?
That's Lexi, dude.
That's the girl who was from
Yeah, but Steve Tom is Henry Doheny.
yes.
That's who I was trying to shout out.
I know, but I said I wanted to shout her out.
Oh.
Steve Tom.
Yep. Real weird name. 2 first names.
Very interesting. And he was in... Oh, he was in Dumb and Dumber.
Been in a fuckload of things. 105 credits.
Damn. Good for him. He did look familiar, but...
Damn.
Anyone else from the full...
I mean, I'm good with that.
You're good with that? All right,
Yeah.
cool.
So what do you rate it out of 10 koalas?
You go first this time.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Interesting.
Thought it was pretty good.
I was thinking the same thing, honestly.
7 out of 10?
Yeah, it was not as good as the last one, but it was still pretty good.
I liked it more than the last one.
Difference isn't... That's why we got to have different opinions, man.
Right on, brother.
Every now and then we line up.
Right
like
on, brother.
Right on, right on.
But yeah, it was pretty decent. There were some good, funny moments. Doheny was a little bit annoying at times, but he was still funny some of the time.
Yeah.
Overall, I thought it was pretty good.
Again, annoying the fact that Megan gets a bunch of credit when Drake and Josh, who did a lot of work, got nothing.
She's got it, dude.
It's just so obnoxious how it's very obviously just because of the writing.
Yeah.
Like, there's no real setup for that other than, like, hey, I have a trick for you. Like, fine, give her some credit, but, like, Drake and Josh helped you out a lot, and you gave them yo-yos.
Yeah, they got fucked up.
It's really fucking annoying. I hate when people don't get the credit they deserve.
Yeah, I mean, it is annoying. But yeah, that's pretty much the episode. I've been Jacob.
I've been Trevor.
Go watch some Drake and Josh.